It's Friday, August 13th, 2021, and this is the Washington Times front page. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. Just released 2020 census statistics reveal what Census Bureau officials called a much more multiracial and diverse population than previously thought. Stephen Dinan reports the nation's non-Hispanic white population shrank for the first time to about 58%. That's down from about 69% in 2010. Hispanics make up 18.7% of the American population, and those identifying as Black alone comprise 12.1%. Rural areas continue to struggle, and almost all of the country's population growth was in cities. Census analysts said numbers dropped in 52% of all counties in America. The detailed numbers serve as a starting point for the decennial process of redrawing congressional districts and legislative maps, known as reapportionment. Analysts say Republicans start with an edge in that process. They control the line drawing process in more key states and can maximize the number of districts that will lean toward electing Republican representatives. At the Pentagon, the Department of Defense is sending thousands of fresh troops to Afghanistan to help evacuate diplomats from the suddenly vulnerable U.S. Embassy in Kabul. Ben Wolfgang reports Pentagon and State Department officials said their immediate priority is to get most American diplomats out of Kabul as quickly as possible. Pentagon officials said reinforcements of as many as 4,000 American troops will arrive almost immediately and, if necessary, will not hesitate to engage Taliban fighters who could be on the outskirts of Kabul within days. The speed of the Taliban blitz has left the White House and Pentagon scrambling to develop plans for such a worst-case scenario. Afghanistan's second and third largest cities, Kandahar and Herat, became the latest provincial capitals to fall under the radical Islamist insurgency's control. Troops in charge of defending the U.S.-backed Afghan government showed little ability or will to hold off their adversaries. A federal court has blocked the Biden administration's mandate requiring doctors and faith-based hospitals to perform abortions and transgender procedures. Legal Affairs reporter Alex Sawyer reports the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Texas ruled that the administration cannot require doctors and providers to violate tenets of their faith to perform or offer transgender procedures and services to patients. As part of the Affordable Care Act, the Obama and Biden administrations had mandated that providers offer such treatments or face financial penalties and litigation. The Texas case was brought by the Franciscan Alliance, a network of religious hospitals and associations of roughly 20,000 medical professionals. They successfully argued that the requirement infringed on their rights under the Religious Freedom and Restoration Act, a 1993 federal law that protects religious liberty. A reminder that you can find all these stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page. Don't have access to the Times yet? Visit WashingtonTimes.com/George and get 25% off your annual subscription. In foreign affairs, China is building a third missile field that will hold more than 100 new intercontinental ballistic missiles, according to our Bill Gertz. Construction of a silo array for DF-41 missiles was identified from satellite imagery by U.S. intelligence agencies in the past several weeks. The array appears equal in size to two other new Chinese missile fields recently identified, according to Pentagon officials familiar with intelligence reports on the development. U.S. Strategic Command Commander Admiral Charles Richard said the other two new missile fields will include silos for more than 100 nuclear land-based intercontinental ballistic missiles. He suggested that additional missile bases are also under construction. And finally, TikTok has topped the list of the world's most downloaded apps, dethroning Facebook and escalating concerns about the safety of its users' information. Ryan Lovelace reports TikTok jumped from the fourth most downloaded app in 2019 to the top of the list in 2020, according to an analysis by Nikkei, which said it used data compiled by App Annie, a mobile and app data analytics provider. Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook Messenger, all owned by Facebook, rounded out the top 5. As TikTok becomes increasingly popular, U.S. policymakers are concerned about users' data security because of TikTok's China-based owners, ByteDance. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and subscribe for free to the front page. Just search Washington Times on your favorite podcast platforms. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.